Listen up, white boys. This is how you pick up a Chinese girl saying that 你是我最爱的. You get it?
Question of the day for the men. Do Asian girls love white boys? Yes we do.
One thing about my dad that makes me really uncomfortable are his friends. All of his friends are white men. A lot of his friends also are white men married to Asian women, specifically Chinese women. My dad's childhood best friend that he grew up with has a Taiwanese wife. She's also the breadwinner in their family. Whether or not my dad would actually admit to something like this or whether he knows it but he's really uncomfortable talking about it, the truth of the matter is he only wants to be friends with white dudes. Also only consumes media and literature written or made by white men. One time I did call him out on this and he didn't really have a response. All he said was, oh, well, like, I just like to hang out with people who are similar to me, I guess.
Y'all need to learn how to leave women of color alone because this bullshit is literally just misogyny. Like, what relevance does this hold? I would like to know. Because who I date determines nothing. Whether or not I'm dating a white man does not validate or invalidate any of my lived experiences or anything that I say. Me dating a white person does not erase anything that I've gone through. Y'all think you have ownership over my identity, and you think you can base it off of my love life, which you know nothing about? I'm my own person. Who I date does not change that. But if y'all must know, I have never dated a white man before. I've never talked to a white man. I've never been romantically involved with a white man in my life. And I don't plan on it.
How does a white boy go about meeting cute, nerdy Asian girls? This is a real question. Please point me in the right direction. Thanks. If your school has like a Asian student association or something, try and get in with them. Then you can meet all the Asian huz. I don't know where to find them because honestly, most of my friends are not Asian. Not that that has anything to do with anything. It's just, I don't even know where to find them. Are you real? I would hope so. Favorite K-pop song? Right now, it's Sweet Crazy Love by Luna Odd Eye Circle. Will you do a face reveal? Would you try weed? Just a little bit? No. What's your prescription? I actually don't know. What are your favorite condiments for your hot dogs? Future hot dog mukbang for 10K? Ketchup, relish, mustard, mayo. Yeah, honestly, I should do a hot dog mukbang. Are you gonna unfollow me once you get to 100K followers? No. I'm only gonna start unfollowing people if they unfollow me first. And that brings up another thing. If you decide you want to unfollow someone, go ahead and remove them from your followers list too. Do you think you'll ever give up on posting if you become too big of a TikTok celebrity? / have you ever been recognized in person? I've never been recognized in person. No matter how big I get, no matter if I get canceled, actually, let me not say that. Every day, you know, I've got to be in like some critical condition to not post. Oh, you'll see me every day. When you're famous, can I be your #1 super mega special groupie? Yes. Is this your normal speaking cadence or are you nervous on camera or something? I'm not nervous, I'm just awkward. Do you play video games? If so, which ones? And on a console or PC? No, I don't play video games. I only play mobile 2048, 1010, and then I used to play Sudoku and Heyday. I don't really have time for games anymore. Do you think people should be locked up for being too beautiful? And if so, why would you be the first inmate? I read this earlier and I just thought it was so clever. So how broad is the application of the organisms? Is it only medical? For my major, somebody also asked me what my major is. I could go into like food quality management or I could make vaccines. There are a lot of things you can do with bioprocessing. It's not only medical. And do you see yourself graduating early? No. Do you speak more than 2 languages? And if so, how? I only speak English and I'm learning Korean right now. And I was really good in Spanish class. I can understand Lao to an extent. I don't know, I can understand languages, I just can't speak them. So I only speak English. Are you the real art? That's not a question for me to answer. Do you like sports? I'm not into sports. Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of the bottle? It never dries in the bottle. If you're talking about like Elmer's glue, the one that's white and sticky, it's in the bottle. It would only stick if it's dry. Also, there might be like a special coating or something that's inside the bottle that, I mean, how else do you think you're gonna be able to squeeze it out of the bottle? Where did you get your gray off-the-shoulder sweater from? I got it from Shein. What are some tips for freshman year of college coming from a 17-year-old dude, though, so maybe a little different, but whatever. Do your work on time. This week has been terrible, I'm not gonna lie. I had 2 exams, I had a quiz today, but also, balance having like a life. I'm not very good at that right now. Like, I have a lot of laundry to catch up on. I'm not doing so well. If you plan to live on campus, there's no excuse for you not to go to anything. I live at home, so I'm not about to drive back there just so I can do this one little thing. Take advantage of all the resources and stuff. Congrats on 7K. I've got a gua sha, but no oil. Can I just use water, or is it best to use oil or a moisturizer? Water just doesn't make sense to use, so go with a moisturizer. It's okay if you don't have oil. Oil or a moisturizer works just as good. But water, isn't it like gonna snag on your skin? How does it feel to start a TikTok account out of embarrassment for getting left on scene, now having hornballs in your DMs? Are we up? Are we down? Are we sideways? We're sideways. I mean, I haven't been responding to DMs. Do you get good grades? Well, I have been getting grades back. Short answer is I don't know, because I haven't been checking my grades. I do my work, and I'm just like hoping. But from what I've seen, I'm getting hundreds on things. I'm turning all my stuff in on time. That's all the questions I'm gonna answer. I did not get to everybody's question. There will be more Q&As to come, so your question will be answered. So don't worry. Also, the Google form is in my bio, along with my Instagram. People have been asking for my Instagram, and it's literally in my bio, so that's funny.
Asian guys, let's be real. Your politeness is actually destroying your...
Yes, exactly. This is exactly the reason for Oxford study. The reason why white men are preferred by Asian women over Asian men is because white men have balls. They're confident. They're not cowards. But Asian men, it's not your fault. It's your culture's fault. Your culture, your Confucian culture, teaches you to bow down and be submissive to your superiors, to your elders, to people that are better than you. Because loving yourself and having self-confidence is considered arrogant. That's because Confucianism teaches women to submit to men like a subject submits to their emperor. It's literally giving the same vibes as Red Pill. It basically is Red Pill. It is conservative. And it's a bunch of Asian men angry at Asian women for disregarding their traditional Asian values.
For most Asian American women, marriage to white men is considered highly advantageous, and our families really encourage it. It's not like the struggle interracial love that our parents oppose because they want us to have Asian husbands. Absolutely not, no. It might have been that way like decades ago, and some communities discourage it more than others. I think Koreans really prioritize marrying other Koreans. That's at least what my ex-boyfriend told me. But at least in China and for Chinese Americans, which is what I am, getting a white husband is a flex. It is something that you show off to your entire family. You talk about how your kids are going to have blonde hair and blue eyes, even though they're not. Your whole family is going to be so excited that you got an American husband. Yes, even if you are Asian American, they will call only white people American. That is a thing. They always view it as a step up in life. Even if your white man is broke, even if he treats you badly in front of everybody, they'll just say, why aren't you working hard enough for his acceptance? If you do more, then he will really accept you, and he won't cheat on you with a younger Asian woman. Absolutely not. And I know this view is so prevalent because a lot of divorced older Chinese aunties will swear off Asian men and only go for white men, specifically Trump supporters. There's also this idea in our community that Asian men are a lot more misogynistic than white men, which is absolute bullshit. Misogyny just looks different, and if you are raised culturally Chinese, you will not be as attuned to the way that misogyny shows up in Western society and how it will show up in your marriage to a white man. So TLDR, we are highly encouraged to do this, and we will be praised by our families for the rest of our lives for marrying a white guy.
Alright, some of you guys are not gonna like hearing this, but I think it needs to be said. The Asian women that only date white men and they tell themselves that it's all just personal preference, I think they know that they're lying to themselves and they just won't admit it. And the reason why I know that is because I used to do the exact same thing. I grew up in a very small town and it wasn't cool to be Asian back then. I probably only knew like 6 other Asian kids growing up, including my own brother. And naturally as a kid, you want to fit in. You don't want to get bullied or made fun of at school. And so I just developed this habit of distancing myself from anything Asian related. So like the language, food, anything Asian. Like if someone at school asked me to say something in Chinese to them, I would just pretend like I didn't speak the language when in reality, my parents would force me to speak Chinese to them at home. And along with that was Asian men. They just happened to fall in this Asian bubble that I was trying to distance myself from. Even though I think like the food and music and culture, they're great, they're amazing, they're beautiful. But I just didn't want to give them a chance because it was more important for me to fit in. And I think that's the reason why we hear some Asian women say they're not attracted to Asian men. I don't think it's personal preference because how can you be unattracted to someone just because they share some similar physical traits that you and your ancestors share? I think it just means that there are parts of you that you're insecure about and you're just projecting it onto the Asian male version of yourself.
Happy AAPI month, guys. In honor of AAPI, I will be talking about the historic event that happened just last week in San Francisco. If you know, you know. I am talking about the ABG ABB meetup that was hosted by Miss Katie Chen herself. This is the same girl. If you go on her Twitter profile, mind you, completely East Asian woman, she is the self-proclaimed #1 ABG CMO in San Francisco. And it is honestly so baffling that that combo of words could even come out of my mouth. But what's even more baffling is the audacity of East Asians to proclaim the ABG ABB title and to host a meetup where the only ABGs in attendance were East Asian women and the only ABBs in attendance were white men. And let it be known that I have been a strong advocate for the complete erasure of San Francisco as a whole. And no, I am not counting my Bay Area baddies. In fact, I would invite you guys to my house to stay and live with me. But everybody else must go.